each other. To be able to keep that milk can, man, it's definitely exciting.
You got your first career interception. How'd that feel, and just walk me through the play?
Yeah, a lot of it was just preparation, man. We knew what was coming as far as where the quarterback likes to throw. And the play we were in, it was a great call. And I just read my keys, and I was able to snatch it. Bummed that I couldn't score, but definitely excited that I could cut it. So.
You're in your fifth year here. You've gone through injuries. You've had gone through the ups and downs. How does it feel to be playing so well right now? Is it kind of fulfilling for you?
Yeah, it's truly a blessing. For me, I never try to take things for granted. Every single day at practice, and in the game is just, I'm just truly blessed to be able to go out there every day and just not take it for granted. And it's been going really well. So.
Zeke, they end of the first half, they go on a nice little drive, get in the field goal range. After that, you guys pretty much just shut them down, especially in the pass game. What were you doing so well? Yeah,
at halftime we always talk about adjustments, and we had a lot of adjustments talking about halftime just to be ready for what they were going to come in, what they would get back to on what worked in the first half, and for us to, a lot of it was aligning and communicating because some of the formations are really could be really confusing if we're not on the same page on the defense. So we were able to iron that out in the second half. So.
After the interception, I saw your brother run onto the field on you and celebrate with you. How special is it to share those moments? Man,
it's a blessing, man. Me and my brother, obviously, we're thankful to be playing with each other. We try not to take it for granted every day, man. And just to be able to make that play and just to see him, there for the support, man, it's truly a blessing.
How thankful are you that the bye is here? You guys get a little time.
Yeah. The bye, man, it definitely feels a lot better coming off of a win. Now it's just, reflecting on how the season's been going for us and, fixing the mistakes and the details coming up. So.
What does this type of momentum do for you guys as you hit the bye and go into the last stretch run of the season?
Yeah, it's great, man. Having the bye could really help us with our bodies as far as just getting back to 100% as much as we can as far as, the team and, and then, like I said, just reflection throughout the bye week. What's been going well, what's been going good, what can we do as far as to fix the mistakes that we've been doing. So it's exciting for us to be able to have this bye week, a break on our bodies, but not mentally. So.
Where is this team different than it was 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, the mentality that we have. And we always talk about on the defensive side, helping the offense as much as we can, and encouragement, the brotherhood, just having each other's back. We always talk about the brotherhood, man, just doing it for the brother to our right and to our left, doing our 1/11th, and then everything will fall into place. So.
What is it? I mean, you think about after the UTEP game, the feeling around here, this program, the fan base, everything, and fast forward 2 weeks, and it seems like a totally different feel for the rest of the season. What's it feeling like right now? Undefeated still and not much play and on a little bit of a roll.
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, that UTEP game wasn't how we wanted to go. And for us, a lot of it was putting our heads down, learning from our mistakes. We did that week, and not only the offense and defense, but when we talk about special teams as well, just coming together and being able to really understand and just do our job for the brotherhood and the love for one another. So.
I know that the way that Fresno State did it was different than UTEP, but there was a point in time there, like in the third quarter, where they were achieving success against you guys in a similar manner, where they're getting in really favorable positions on third down, and eventually you guys were able to knock them out of that. Is that a case of how you learned from the UTEP game, and how beneficial was it that you guys were more successful on first and second down?
Yeah, like you said, they were definitely driving on us, on a couple of drives, and that wasn't okay for the defense. Obviously, when we were able to get off the field and we went straight to the bench and talked our adjustments, what we needed to fix, how we needed to fill the holes faster, and just being more physical up front, and we were able to fix that. So.
You face this offense every day in practice. What's it like trying to defend a run game that includes Taylor Green, George Holani, and Ashton Jeanty?
Yeah, all those three guys are playmakers. We know that when the offense gives them space, they're dangerous. And for us practicing against them, the good on good that we have is great for the defensive side and the offensive side, just competing against each other because we know we're the best, the best in the Mountain West. So we're competing against the best, and when it comes down to game time, it really prepares us very well. So.
George has been pretty banged up the past 2 years. I mean, how happy for him are you now to kind of see him kind of performing the way everybody really could?
Yeah, George is always, just trying to keep his body right, and in the training room all the time, and for him to be able to perform the way he did today, just staying healthy, man, it's great to see, man.
They lined up Mims as the running back in a lot of different spots. What'd you do to limit him today?
Yeah, a lot of the formations they had were definitely confusing, and we knew that Mims was their guy as far as running the ball, and a lot of it was communication and our eye control on pre-snaps and where to align so that we could be ready on, just anticipating the plays that are coming throughout those formations. So.
Sorry for this, but to win the milk can versus rivalry, what does that mean for you guys to do that back-to-back years?
Yeah, man, it's great. And the rivalry we have between, us and Fresno, definitely Fresno's a great team, and we knew that. We knew it was going to be a dogfight coming in. But, yeah, winning the milk can, man, that's great. It's a great feeling. It's a true blessing to be able to keep it on our side now. So.
Is that meaning you see? I mean, this is the last time that you're playing against Fresno.
Yeah, man. We talked a little bit about DJ because DJ's from Fresno. So, but like you said, the last time playing with Fresno, I mean, I just went out there and just did my all, gave my all, and some of the plays went my way. So.
That Fresno State drive ended the third quarter, started the fourth quarter. I mean, you had the sack at the beginning, and then the following two stops. I mean, what can you walk us through? Kind of what was going through your mind through that?
Yeah, no, just the play calls that Coach D had put in at the time. We were ready for whatever they had, and the emphasis for us was to have pressure on that quarterback. We need a couple sacks, so blitzes were called, and my number was called, and the gap opened. I was ready for it to take him down, and then how it happened with just playing the defense together. We were anticipating screens, what they did, and T. Jones was there to set the edge for him to cut back right into me. But yeah, and then that other one, start of the fourth quarter, we were anticipating them draw just because of their formations that they were in. Just going back to film study, and I was able to get that tackle on that one as well. So.
Sweet.
Thanks, guys.
Really?
I was still saying like being like a high school coach or a former coach, and I asked them, what stands out to a player from the back like 5 or 6 years ago.
I could actually, I think that one I could get you. Find out the 1 minute straight out someone.
I'm always appreciative. I was home. I couldn't do
Brandon,
much. Like,
what was the game you shoot Friday?
I was at Eagle Mountain View.
Was the end of the game close? That was nice to wait down as a kid on that football coach. That's for you. He's a good guy. He seems like a good guy, isn't he? Like another kid, Shane McCullough. I can think of him a lot of too. Did he play tonight? Are they in the same classification? I don't think so. They're one apart. Did you go from New York yet? Where's the target?
How you guys doing? Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Just like to start out by saying we're excited to go into this bye week. With all the growth, just really proud of the players over the course of the last couple weeks here. Not only the players but the coaches. You know, we don't have a game this next week, but it's always great to go into a bye week with making a lot of progress and knowing that we've got a lot of progress to make. So as we move forward, you know, tonight we're going to celebrate the hard win that we accomplished. It was awesome to see how persistent the guys were. Again, one of the best things about it is you see how the team got stronger as the game went on, and that's a true sign of coaches coaching, players playing to be their best in all three phases. And again, once again, Bronco Nation showed up and showed out for us today. It was awesome. It was a great atmosphere in there. We're very grateful. We set a record today with attendance, which was exciting, being his homecoming, and to have a bunch of alumni, to have family, parents in town for the weekend to visit their sons and daughters that come to this fine university. It was fun to conclude the weekend that way. With that, I'll take questions.
Coach, second straight week with more than 300 rushing yards. How much easier is it to make everything else in offense when the running game is clicking that well?
Well, you know, it's about moving the chains, and you get to third downs. We're 10 of 18 on third downs, and the ones we want is typically third and shorter, and that starts with first down and how we run the ball. Or, you know, the quick passing game we use, running the ball gets more guys in the box, opens up plays, pass plays down the field. We got to keep working on our timing with those and connecting on those. But we love the progress, not only what we saw out there tonight. I mean, obviously we didn't call every call on the call sheet, but there were a lot of plays that we didn't use tonight that, boy, they looked a lot better this week in practice than they did the week before. And so we just got to keep growing on that stuff, but the run game opens everything up. That's where football starts. Teams that win championships are able to win at the line of scrimmage.
First time in program history you've had 2 games in a row with 200-yard rushers. I mean, how much are your guys embracing this kind of new look offense or this new style, running a little more as much as you guys are these last couple of games? How much are they buying into this and liking this?
Well, I mean, you can tell by the sideline that they're having a good time. They're persistent with working as a team. And, you know, shoot, early on in the game, too, we were able to make some throws down the field, you know, whether it be play actions or drop back passes. And, again, we're going to continue to build on that stuff because defense's answers are going to be to put, you know, as many guys as they can in the box, which creates more space on the field on the perimeter.
I know you said that you feel like you guys have room to grow and get better, but still to make in-season changes like this and to see immediate results, what does that say about the coaching staff, of the players, to be able to do this when you guys really needed to?
Yeah, you know what? Like we said a few weeks ago, everything we do is about the players. It's for these young men. That's what we're here to do. We're here to be our best. Obviously, what comes with that is a high standard for our guys because we love them. We want them to grow. We want them to keep developing. We know that what they're capable of, and this is you know, a glimpse of what they're capable of. Again, I mean, we got some fine young men on this team, as we said a few weeks ago, that we believe in, that are talented, and we want to continue to help them grow any way we can. But to build a belief through hard work and execution is something different, and that's what they're getting a good taste of, and we look forward again to even improving on that during the bye week and having a little bit of fun. The competition next week is ourselves. That's where competing always starts, is within. And to answer your question, that's what we're so proud of these guys, that they've done a really good job in the last couple weeks here, starting with competing with themselves, showing up here every single day, having fun, getting ready for our opportunities.
The game that Zeke Noah had tonight, I mean, a pick, a fumble, a forced fumble, you know, the sack. I mean, I think it's been 5 years around here since someone's had a game like that. He's coming back this year. We talked a lot about him, but for him to be in his 60th year, make the most of it, and have an impact like this, how nice is it to see?
Yeah, I mean, he was very active. He was extremely active today. The interception was awesome. Now, I mean, he couldn't have, you know, he was in a hook seam drop, and he was looking he was looking 2-to-1 to one side of the field, and neither one of them showed, so he knew the route was coming from the other side, and that's going to be a picture that probably gets hung up around here because he went 2 eyes, 2 hands, as Coach Miller always talks about in the snatch life and how you catch a football. And it's been a little while since he's carried the ball, but I think he did a good enough job. We get a little bit of blocking for him, and he could have scored a touchdown. And then again, you spoke about a couple TFLs he had, so we're really excited not only for how he's playing. We've seen what DJ is doing as well. And again, I mean, I always talk about it because shoot, I played linebacker and I know what it is, man. If you got a good D line, you got a good shot to be a good linebacker, and it goes without being said that Scotty, Herb, Jackson, Dimitri, George, all those guys up front, they're doing a really good job. And the cool part about it is they got to want to keep growing too. Every week those guys show up and they want to keep getting better and better.
Obviously, it's hard to have too many gripes when you score 40 points, but kicking 4 field goals in the red zone, what kind of happened on those, and how do you clean those that up in 5 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, we're playing a good team too. They got a good defense, so not always going to get it in there, and we want to obviously have a very high touchdown ratio when we get in there, but at the end of the day, it's not always going to turn out that way. But to answer your question, that's why we're going to come back and watch film tomorrow and get ready for the bye week.
With Ashton, I know we've asked you about it before, but you're trying to ice away a victory there with a 10-point lead instead of having to, get George Alani upwards of 30 carries. You clearly have the confidence in the true freshman to finish that thing off. What is that? What
about Elion too? How about that? Coach Cutter was pretty excited about the third running back jumping in there today. He was excited for KB. And you know what? I mean, we've seen T. Crow in there. Shoot, you wouldn't know it, but T. Crow's a little banged up, but you wouldn't even know it. And again, it's just everybody doing what they can at any moment, at any time, whether that's the D lineman going and playing on offense, to move the chains. I mean, the whole team gets pretty fired up when that happens. Scotty was pretty mad at the end there when he didn't get to go in with that group. But we let Mike Callahan have a little fun and go out there, and he did a really good job.
Where is this team different than it was 2 weeks ago?
Well, the belief, I mean, again, putting guys in a position to succeed. Throughout the course of the week, the coaches are doing a great job understanding the personnel. What does this personnel do best? How can it complement each other? How can it help in all 3 phases? And when all 3 phases are clicking, that's a different force. That's what team football is. And, it's all 3 phases aren't always going to be perfect, and that's where you complement each other, where you help each other. But when all 3 phases are clicking, I think we've seen that, we got a really strong team.
I feel like George has found a real good rhythm these last couple games.
Yeah, I mean, George is, again, the O-line has a much better box to block when, some of those numbers are getting pulled out onto the perimeter for the quarterback's number. But I will say this, too. George and Ashton have done a phenomenal job in the run game in terms of, we got a few different schemes we run, but they've, in the zone schemes, they've had tremendous vision. They've set up those blocks for the O-lineman to help the O-lineman. I mean, it just doesn't happen. I mean, they're literally trained on these mid-zone schemes, how to stay on a track to help the O-lineman get to their blocks and their combinations. And, they've spent a lot of, they spent a lot of time, and it's just awesome to see how it's coming together now.
Defensively, I mean, they got those right before half, so you going up 3, and then you come out, and I think they only converted 1 third down in the second half. You held them to 45 yards. I mean, what was it about that D locking up when you needed to in the second half?
Yeah, we had to get to go quarterback and just disrupt the timing of the pass game a little bit more in the second half. We didn't do a good enough job of that, and it wasn't the players' fault. We just needed to get to some things that we had in the plan, and we were able to do that. When you play a team that is very capable in the passing game like they are and have the type of wide receivers they do, you got to be able to get to the quarterback, and we put them in a better position, and they executed, did a much better job in the second half. And you know what? They just played cleaner in the second half. I'm going to be honest with you. The defense was better with their eyes in the second half, did a better job tackling in the second half. They found their rhythm. there, and it was really exciting to see that. Again, the coolest part about it is they were just persistent. Anything, what do we need to do? How are we going to do it better on the next drive? Coaches are coaching, players are listening, they're helping each other, they're talking, and again, they got stronger as the game went on, and it was pretty cool to see.
With Ashton, one more about him. How good is he at finishing runs? I mean, he just is a tough guy to tackle, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, he does a great job of not giving defenders a whole lot of body to tackle. I mean, you're pretty much getting shoulder pad, right? And I think on one of those runs there, the second to the last drive, I mean, shoot, he got one of our players too, and one of the Fresno players, and I think it was Billy. I think Billy might have got ran over by him as well. But you know, it's impressive to see the mentality, especially late there in the game when it's a 2-possession game and we know what it is. Everybody in the stadium knows what it is at that point. And the O-line, the tight ends are blocking, and the way those running backs are running the ball, it shows you the mentality of not only that position group but of our offense and our team.
I believe that it lived outside of your office for the last year, but outside it will be to wake up tomorrow and see you outside.
Yeah, it's a big deal. You know, obviously, it's a big deal to our boosters. It's a big deal to our fan base, and the guys, they understand that, and I'm very proud of them for, keeping the milk jug here.
Obviously undefeated in Mountain West play. Coming off that bye, how do you make sure your guys kind of keep that stride for the back half of the season?
It's all about us this next week. The competition will be as high as it ever is, and we will have plenty of things that we need to work at in all 3 phases. But at the same time, like, we're gonna have fun doing it. We're gonna have fun doing it. There's gonna be a commitment. It is gonna be very concise, very clear on the things that we need to get better at as a team. And like I said, the most important thing is next week too, we're going to continue to build our chemistry as a team. We're gonna do stuff together to make sure that we understand the gratitude. We understand how grateful we are for being a part of this program, to getting to be around each other, because this is a special group. And yeah, they need some rest too, because they've been getting after it. So it's not, the practices will be shorter. They will be shorter, but again, we're going to get a lot of work out of them.
And having fun, and Jay mentioned the trophy. Did you see your guys holding up the trophy, and some were kissing it, and taking turns taking like they were drinking out of it and stuff? I mean, they put a lot of hours and stuff in. What's it like to see a couple minutes there where they can celebrate and have fun like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's there's a lot of hard work that goes into this deal. I mean, they've been working hard. They've been putting in extra time. I'm not just talking about on the field. I'm talking about in the film room, in the training room. I mean, we're through 6 now, right? Here we go. Look how fast it went. That's a grind. We've played 3 Friday games. There's been some short weeks. These guys they've really pushed through. You know, we'll see. We'll have some bumps and bruises coming out of this one, as it is football. But you know, we're looking to get a few guys back too during this bye week, which is awesome. But just really proud of them. They deserve it. And like you guys were talking about, how do we keep growing forward? It starts with grace. It starts with being thankful for making the strides that we've made, and having a really good understanding that creates the urgency of wanting to do more, wanting to continue to grow.
Jalen, for the first time in his career, he got to play a full college football game. Yeah, I've said a lot of good, a couple of mistakes. What did you see out of him tonight, and your thoughts on that? Did you get a chance to
Yeah.
run the show?
That's what I mean. All we expect from him is to learn from every opportunity he gets to go out there. I mean, it's the second time starting. He's going to do things he's going to need to learn from. Like, that's going to happen. You know what? And it's our job to help him learn from those things. And if there's a mistake made, just like if there's a mistake made on defense, we have each other's back. We cover it up. We go turn a bad situation into the best we can. But it's awesome to see him, go out there, and he is learning. He's learning with every series he gets, every drive he goes on. He's learning, and he really cares about what he's doing, and he really cares about doing well for his brothers.
Last question. Andy, I believe it was Jackson Cravens that had a chance for a touchdown catch late in the game. As a forward defensive guy yourself, I mean, how much fun is it for those guys when you get a chance to touch the ball?
boy, we had 3 DTs on routes and we couldn't get one of them. We were hoping. We practiced it a lot. We'll have to go back to the drawing board and see about getting those guys another shot. But you know what, they go in there, they block all the time, right? And they do those things. So, you know, that opportunity to either get him the ball, Scott, Herbie, one of them. Maybe we'll find that opportunity another time down the road.
Did you ever get a chance to play career to catch a touchdown?
No, they didn't probably trust me not to catch the ball, I guess. I don't know, but I never got to run a route. Thank you, guys. Have a great week, and we'll see y'all in a few.
George, how good does it feel to go into the bye after back-to-back performances like you guys put together?
It feels really good, especially after this victory. I think we got to continue to work, but just enjoy this night off and yeah.
What has allowed you to have the success that you've been able to have over these last 2 weeks? You put up a bunch of yards against San Diego State and now Fresno.
I think it's just being able to trust the coaches, trust the process, trust my O-linemen, tight ends, receivers, everybody up front, just blocking their tails off for, the RBs and create those holes and, make explosive plays.
Andy was talking about some of how you guys are blocking some of these run plays. It kind of takes some patience out of you guys. Is that effortless? Is it intuitive? Like, how do you set these up?
I think when us as the offense gets in rhythm, we can really look smooth out there in the run game, and being able to communicate up front with the O-line, making sure they ID the right guys. I think that continues to build the rhythm for our offense that we're trying to find, and it's been working for us, so we're going to keep going.
You guys come out with a 6-play scoring drive to open the game. I mean, what does that do for a team when you have that much success early on?
Just starting fast, being able to start fast as an offense and just puncture the holes and be able to make plays. I think that's really important for our offense. I mean, last week, we started a little slow, but in the second half we picked it up. So being able to, start fast this half so we don't have to pick it up as much. It was a really close game, halftime, but, it was 0-0 to us. It didn't matter. So coming out second half, we're able to continue to run the ball.
How were you and Ashton different?
I would say I'm not quite sure if we're really different. Ashton's a really great running back. He's really patient. He hits the hole really hard. And I think that's the mentality we have, as running backs. We're downhill runners, and whenever the opportunity is there, we're going to hit it.
What makes him so hard to tackle?
Just his low, center of gravity, his explosiveness, and, when he's running the ball, he runs with bad intentions. So you guys seen him out there break a couple tackles, and that was really exciting. That definitely brought the juice and energy to the sideline. So, yeah.
We've seen you take, 33 touches in a game earlier this year, but to have a guy like him that might be able to allow you to stay a little fresher, does that make a difference?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I definitely rely on those guys when I need them, and I definitely depend on him. And, he shows up. And whenever he has the ball in the hand, he's a game changer. So just being able to, feed off his energy and him feed off my energy, it's really great for this offense, especially if we continue to get the tables rolling.
How did Fresno State switch up its defense along the game, or did they at all?
They were really tight in that box for sure all game. I think they played the same defense throughout, the whole game, but they brought those boundary safeties a little tighter. So, they continue to play aggressive. They're a really solid defense. But we came out tonight with some effort and juice.
But you see them tight in the box and you're still running. Do you guys have that much confidence that basically no matter what an opposing defense does, you can still beat them?
It's more of a mentality, just having whoever's in the box, we know we just got to make somebody miss and continue to build those explosive yards. However we're going to do that, if they continue to bring guys in the box, we're going to go play action. We're going to throw it to our receivers, and they're going to get open.
For the first time in his career, Taylor got to prep as a starter, start a game, and then play an entire game. He obviously did some good, did a couple of bad things, but what did you kind of see out of him tonight and as he continues to grow?
I think he did a really great job just being, neutral and having that next play mentality. It didn't really faze him after he threw that pick. We told him, we got to continue to go. And then after seeing him respond and being able to continue to make plays, I think it was really special for him in this offense.
He didn't have the rushing totals he's had the last 2 games, but how much of what he does or the threat that he is allows you to go for 157 and Ashton to go for 109?
It keeps defenses on their heels for sure. Just being able to, stay disciplined on defense and contain TG, it definitely opens up, those cutback lanes for us running backs. So it's really exciting to have TG, be a mobile quarterback and just be able to, continue to build off of it. TG didn't really get the yards. We talked about it. We told him, it's because they're scared of you. So we're going to keep running the ball, just trust in us, and we got your back.
I told you 3 weeks ago that you would rush for 316 yards as a team exactly in back-to-back games. What would you have said, and what is your reaction to that?
I'm not. We rush for whatever, but I think for us as offense, it's just one play at a time. We're not too focused on how many rushing yards we have or any of that. We're just trying to make, sustainable drives and continue to keep drives alive so we can go down and score. So however we're going to get the yards, whether it's running the ball or passing the ball, it's going to be exciting.
What I think some of the red zone opportunities, just a couple misplays there. How do you guys kind of fix that in the bye week and make sure some of those field goals and touchdowns?
We definitely depend, having Jonah out there being clutch as our field goal kicker. I think that definitely helps us. And I would say we'll continue to work on, red zone and high red zone and low red zone. We'll continue to work on that as the offense. We definitely had opportunities to go out there and score, which we missed. We had to kick 2 field goals. But being able just to, read the defense a little better, whether they're stacked in a box or whatever it is, we got to execute on that part.
Awesome. Thanks, George.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Have a good night.